guys, welcome back to the Lycan Project. Today is another round of my 3 courses with, and today I have gone through 3 courses or 3 pieces, I've read 3 pieces of work from this author, and that's Samatha Shannon. So I was going to talk to you about them, and she is an author that I've greatly enjoyed and I will be continuing on with, but I only just discovered her this year. So first book I read is an ebook. No, it's a short story from her Bone Season series called Pale Dreamer, which explains what the main character in the story, Paige, his talent is of being a dream walker. So that's her level of clairvoyance. And I've also read the first book in the series, Bone. So this is a library copy. Everyone lives in a place called Sion, and in the year 2059, it follows the 19-year-old Paige Montague, who works in a criminal underground of Sion, London. So it's a fantasy dystopian set, sort of, she works for a underground criminal organisation called the Seven Dials, which is headed up by Jackson Hall. She has been headhunted by him because he was looking for a dream walker. So clairvoyancy is illegal in this world, and then every 20 years there's something called the Bone Season, where a organisation, it's not a safe place in 2059, where her just breathing and existing as a clairvoyant is not allowed. She then gets picked up by the police because she interacts with someone and her clairvoyancy is demonstrated. There is another race that is around, and every 20 years they kind of collect people from the Bone Season, from the prisons, takes them into the Bone Season, and then from there is apparently a war raging, and then it leaves off in a very big cliffhanger. This is the first book in, I believe, a 5-book series. The Mime Order is the second one, then it's the Song Rising, and then the 4th one is being released early in 2020. So I will be looking forward to picking that up when it becomes available. So they're the first 2 that they are in a series. And then I went on to her 2019 release, which was this beautiful Priory of the Orange Tree, which is basically a complete fantasy world that we are following a they're all queendoms who have to produce an heir. The world is divided into people that work with dragons and people that work against dragons. There is queer representation in it. I loved it. It is quite hefty, but it is a standalone. So we've focus on the House of Brethnat, which has ruled for 1,000 years. Still unwed, the main queen, Sabran, the 9th, must conceive a daughter to protect her realm from devastation, because there is a prophecy that basically it was her bloodline that made the Ancient One, who is one of the dragons, or they refer to them as worms, disappear. So it's only through the female line of her family that has kept her land safe for 1,000 years, but now the Ancient One is stirring. We also have a person who has come from the Priory to protect. She's a lady in waiting to the Queen, and is hiding a loyal to the mages, so magic's also not highly thing. And then across the seas, that there are people that have been raised as dragon riders. So there's also a complete distrust and divide between the West and the East. The East being pro-dragons and supporting them and raising dragon riders, and the West is very kill them, destroy them, very sort of fearful. So I gave this 5 stars. I gave 4 stars to the Bone Season. So Samatha Shannon, I recommend if you like fantasy with a bit of dystopian, pop yourself into the Bone Season. If you want an adult fantasy that's high fantasy and you just want to get sucked into a world, but there is a few moving parts around, Priory of the Orange Tree is a really good place to start with her, I feel. So I will be moving on. I will definitely consume anything that Samatha Shannon writes, and she is becoming one of my default sort of auto-buy authors. So until then, make your choices through what you consume in pop culture and what you put out to make the world better, and thank you and goodbye!